For me, cycling culture is founded on kinship and a shared passion for cycling. Simple. Si Juan, example, si Juan, yung bike niya mahina lang, no? Mura, China, mababa yung mga pyesa. Just for the sake of argument, lagyan natin ng example na ganito. Okay? Hindi kalakasan yung bike. And because of that, nahiya siyang mag-join ng mga club dahil nakikita niya sa social media na mamahal ng bisikleta, you know, carbon, may brand, lahat branded, Italian, US. Ayaw niya. At dahil doon, ang pangit ng tingin niya sa mga grupo na may mga mamahaling bike, ang automatic na i-assume niya ang yayabang na mga tao dyan. You can't blame Juan. You can't blame him. Pinadaan ko lang yung motor, maingay eh. Pero there's a reality in here, okay? Hear me out. I'm showing you my surroundings, no? Tuyong-tuyo yan. Pero ako basang-basa. Nung umalis ako ng bahay, walang ulan. A few kilometers in, ambon. Okay lang. I was looking at the sky, blue naman. So isip ko, kung ambon, mawala din. Lumakas, bumuhos, basang-basa ako. And guess what? I'm here at our meeting place ng tropa. Okay? Doon sa Commerce, from Daanghari, liko ng Commerce, walang kaulan-ulan. So ito yung one of those situations na lumabas ka, okay ka, binasa ka lang, inasar ka lang, tapos tumigil din. So ito, I'm drenched. Pero sanay naman ako magbike ng umuulan, sanay naman ako magbike na basa ang kit, basa ang medyas. And overall, I'm just thankful that I still get to bike, you know. I have the legs for it, the heart and the lungs, and just the overall ability to ride, to be able to ride na pinapayagan tayo. So, walang nawala. Tubig lang yan. Welcome to the program. You're watching Sean Bike. My name is Sean Santa Maria. Running is so popular these days, and I tell you, hindi pa nagpipeak yan. I've become a runner myself, somewhat. I still can't consider myself a runner, no, pero naka sub 1 10K na ako. I guess I've arrived kahit paano. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna strive for better times sa mga run ko. Anyway, nabanggit ko lang, as it relates to cycling kasi, kumukonti na rin yung nagbabike. Madami pa din, pero bumawas. At ang indicator mo dyan, madami. Dispalinghadong makina. Ano ba indicators na humihina na rin ang cycling? Popularity wise, ha? Marami nang nag-turn to running. Binenta na yung bike. And I know this for a fact. At kayo din, kung siklista ka, obviously, alam mo yan, may mga kaibigan kang hindi na nagbabike at nag-run na lang. Also, consider these bike shops na nagsara na rin. May mga bike shop nga na mga local neighborhood hero ninyo na bike shop. Wala na. Dami nagsarahan dito lang sa area ko dito sa South. I could name at least 4, 5 established bike shops, no? High and mighty nung pandemic, pero wala, bumigay din. Bumagal yung sales. Hanggang sa nahirapan na sa overhead, nagsara na lang. I love this area, man. Ito yung bago lumiko ng FEU bago lumiko ng Block 10. This particular spot. Ayan yung corner na yan, yung mag-right ka dyan, yan yung Cobra. The Cobra section of the Philinvest Trails, just to give you an idea of where I am. So nice here. Bata pa na, no? With the trails. Love it. Umaga, may huni ng ibon. So ikat na yung araw, binasalan talaga ako, man. Ayos eh. What I really want to say here is buhay na buhay pa naman ang cycling community. It's not going anywhere. It's one of those hobbies na may permanence, sa totoo lang. One thing can't be denied. Ang malaking feeder ng cycling community are the cycling clubs. Think about it, di ba? Cycling clubs na nagdidikta ng galaw, ihip ng hangin ng cycling community. Cycling clubs nang gagaling yan. Tandaan niyo, cycling community ang cycling community is not just about riding. You know, a lot of things happen before the ride and after the ride. You know, it's these gatherings, it's the kwentuhan. Hindi lang sa ride yan, pati yung bisikleta mo. And I'm mentioning this because this is super important. The realization na club talaga nagdadala. And I'm pretty sure you are part of a cycling club in some way, shape, or form. Right? There's these global clubs, yung mga malalaki, no? Like the club I'm part of, na ride leader ako, RCC. Global presence, massive, may infrastructure, may bayad. You know, there's clubs also na hindi kasing laki ng RCC, pero club din yan. Group chat lang, club na rin yan, no? Form a group, you have a group chat, lumaki na lumaki. You meet regularly. That's a club. Andiyan din yung mga kahit walang chat, kahit walang name, no? Basta tropa mo lang. Club na rin yan. And what you talk about, and where you go, and how you ride, dictates the culture of the cycling community. The cycling community as a whole, syempre culmination na yan. No, at the end of the day, isa lang naman tayo. Although you can break it down into subcultures din. Hindi tayo magdadwell dyan kasi sa cycling iba-iba din yan. There's the road cyclists, may mga off-roaders, may mga gravel bikers, may mga pure fixie, single speed, BMX, may mga commuter bikes, bike packers, iba-iba. But at the end of the day, you know, pumipedal ka, two wheels ka, culmination, isa lang naman din yan. DMC DeLorean, Back to the Future. Okay, with all that said, yung tungkol sa the clubs and what the riders do and where they go, at yun na nagdadala ng culture, may mga documented factors na sumisira sa cycling culture. And again, it's important to discuss this dahil bakit hindi? We're part of this group, no? Tayo naman na mga ito mundong ginagalawan natin eh. So why not take care of it? And part of taking care of it is carrying the awareness of what can destroy the culture, di ba? So ito yun, ito yung mga documented factors, no? According to the interwebs. Isa dyan yung elitism. There are several factors here, but I'm picking out the ones that are glaring. So elitism. Exclusive focus on high performance or competitive cycling can alienate casual riders and create a sense of elitism. Different strokes for different folks, pero kung focus ka on a single discipline, on a single speed lang, tapusin ko lang tong daldal ko it can alienate casuals, it can alienate riders who were part of the hobby, umalis pero ayaw nang bumalik dahil nga sobrang pagka-elitista, or yung mga bago, mga runners, mga lurkers na gusto mag-cycling, hindi na lang kasi kailangan mahal yung bike, kailangan mabilis, kailangan ganito yung dalahan. So, isa yun. Chismis.
Exciting. Yung one time nagbibenta ko nila. Siyempre, manager, ganyan. So talaga ang nangyari, naka-text lang kami dito ng dalawang kasama. Yung kasama ko, namimilipin na sa akin. Kutya, pari ko anong gamot na yun.
Hey, before we get deeper in the discussion, I'd like to give you the foundation of cycling culture. No, dapat inuna ko yun eh. Better late than never. So what is the oxygen of cycling culture? We've talked about what feeds it. Cycling clubs. We've talked about some of the dangers. No, I've given you elitism so far. But what is cycling culture founded on? And the answer is simple. For me, cycling culture is founded on kinship and a shared passion for cycling. Simple. Kapatiran at yung ating shared passion nga sa pagbabike. Yan ang oxygen na bumubuhay sa cycling community. Alright, let's go through the others, no? Yung mga external factors that impact cycling community culture negatively. So I did mention elitism. There's commercialization, okay? The overemphasis on profit can lead to exploitation of cycling culture, prioritizing sales over community building. Okay. Alam niyo mga cycling club, usually backed by brands din yun di ba? Like Rafa Cycling Club, backed by bike brands, backed by apparel. Natural yan. And syempre, sense of belonging, you know, you have to have a certain product na pare-pareho kayo. And if you're a bike company, if you're a company that produces bike products and the like, you'll want a community to help you push sales, to help you with your presence and reach. Natural naman yan. Pero totoo naman, minsan ang over-commercialization nagiging about minsan about sales na lang eh. Hindi na sa community building. So something to be aware of and something to be careful about. We have another thing here that resonates with me. Unrealistic expectations. Social media platforms often present unrealistic expectations or comparisons, leading to feelings of inadequacy or burnout. Related to that last one, let me give you an irony here. Okay. Si Juan, example, si Juan, yung bike niya mahina lang. Just for the sake of argument, lagyan natin ng example na ganito. Okay? Hindi kalakasan yung bike. And because of that, nahiya siyang mag-join ng mga club. Ang automatic na i-assume niya ang yayabang na mga tao dyan. You can't blame Juan. There's a reality in here, okay? Hear me out. There's a reality in here. Teka, bakit nakababa yung boom? Thank you. Naghihigpit na sila dito sa area namin. Pabalik tayo sa reality. Ang reality, ang mga club, na may mga mamahaling bike, no? At may sumali na hindi kagandahan, hindi kasing mahal yung bike. Pre, I tell you, wala sa kanila yon. Hindi nila pupunahin yon, hindi nila titingnan yon. Hindi nila iisipin man lang na, ay, sumali to, ang pangit ng bike. You won't even get talked about. Juan will be okay. There's toxicity everywhere, right? And it really helps to understand these factors para I'm not saying kailangan may gawin tayo about it, you know, but just the awareness helps you navigate through the negativity because it does exist. Ang cycling community malaki but at the same time maliit. Hindi nyo napansin, lahat magkakakilala. If you don't know the person by name, alam mo yung muka. Isa lang naman ang ginagalawan natin eh. Pare-pareho din naman ang mga ruta, no? Punta ka ng east, punta ka ng south. May menu yan, may menu of cycling routes. We all know each other. So we have to take care of each other.